Hey, before we dive into this week's episode of Wars Wednesday, I just want to remind everybody we got an official sponsor, Print Pirate. The link to their Etsy store is down below. Make these awesome 3D printed tokens for your Star Wars Unlimited games. Also some other cool Star Wars stuff, like helmets, Christmas ornaments, and use code BOARDBARISTA to get 25% off. Again, link down below. Hey, honey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey everybody, it's your boy Fen, and welcome to another Wars Wednesday. I can't remember if I did that in the intro bit, but hey, you know, it's a double welcome if I did. Today, not much to talk about other than I'm recording this on Sunday, so it can go live on Monday, but I just got back from Save Point where we had a Shadows of the Galaxy draft. So, of course, the title of this is Stop Drafting Like a 10-Year-Old. And we'll get to that when I show you the draft picks and the deck that I played in a minute. But any other news, I just want to let everybody know the playmats have been ordered. There is going to be one given away to the people who have commented playmat please on the playmat giveaway video. I am going to let people still have a chance to enter into that. So if you want to go watch that video and comment playmat please, you can get entered into that draft. So into that drawing. So the playmats are on their way. When they come in, we're going to record a short, me and Laura, to figure out who's going to win the giveaway playmat. And then I'll have a few on hand for some future giveaways because everything's been going great. There's been tons of views on the short Crack-A-Packs every day. So thank you to everybody that's been watching those. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing to our videos because I'm going to have another one. I ordered a few of those playmats. There's one for when we hit 500 subscribers. So that's a future giveaway. When we hit 500 subs, we will we'll be doing another playmat giveaway. The other thing I want to say is I want to take back all the smack talk that I have been giving Dr. Alpha. I have been playing with a Dr. Alpha deck on Carabas, and it has been really fun. I don't know if it's a tier 1 deck or not, but it is definitely, I feel, a really good control deck. But my meta down here is so aggro intensive that I need to tweak the deck, shore up my match against aggro, and hopefully we'll have a deck. But you're here to listen to me talk about how not to draft like a 10-year-old. So let's look at how I drafted like a 10-year-old. Alright, so this is the draft chat, the stuff I didn't draft. The leaders I was picking between were Boba Fett, Hondo. Fett would have been a good choice, taking a lot of the keyword cards, the bounty, the sentinel and stuff like that, but I got lured away. Hondo would have been great for drafting a smuggle deck. I did not play a blue base, I did not play a green base, and I did not play a red base. Diving into the draft chat, the stuff that I just ended up taking because it was the last card in the pack. I got 2 Clan Ren Rescuers. Would have been great if my deck would have been heroic, but it was not. I grabbed some Midnight Repairs. I think overall this would have actually been pretty handy for me, but sadly I left it in the sideboard. Against a lot of the Han decks, like this could actually have wrecked some days, like taking all the damage off of their units, but at the same time I was still like trading units and having a lot of fun. But Remnant Reserves didn't play that, didn't play the Pirate Bat Tank, didn't play the Enforced Loyalty, did not play the Cartel Turntote or the Resourceful Persecutors. That would have been a sideboard card if I had seen a lot more Sentinel stuff, but sadly I didn't see it. Wasn't playing Heroic, so I didn't play the Protector of the Throne. I took a tech because I didn't want anyone else to have all of their resources have smuggled. This sucker is such a bomb and limited that I just hate drafted that. I rare drafted Kira. Also, you know, I don't want my opponent looking at my hand and telling me something that costs more to play until I can kill her. I took a Give Into Your Anger early because I thought I was going to be in red villainy. Just, you know, hey, nice card coming around. I'll take that, but no. I did take, so that puts us at 1, 2, 3 rares. Now into the rares I did end up playing in my deck. I played a Swoop Down. That's 4 rares. I played an Evacuate. I think every game I played Evacuate, I actually won. So that gives us to 5 rares. I did play an Unrefutable Offer. That was a really good bounty to have. So that brings us up to 6 rares. I played a Dr. Pershing. That brings us up to 7 rares. And I played an Imprison because sometimes you just need to shut off some key unit abilities. This turns off Sentinel, turns off Saboteur, turns off really good game text. So yeah, I put that in there. That's 8 rares, I believe we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rares. And then I got the Vembrace, and of course my deck was Cunning Gar Saxon. I really like Gar. I feel like if these 3 cards would have actually been decent picks instead of me just taking the rare, I think this deck would have probably been a lot better. I would have had some more opportunities to grab some copies of the Client and a Forlome, and it would have been a much better deck. I had a Follower of the Way. I had 2 Mandalorians. I took a Public Enemy just to be able to get a shield so I could make Gar, you know, pump my unit. Took a Grit, just a cheap 1-drop. Cloud Car, definitely a good card. Getting this out, getting some experience tokens or shield tokens onto it, making it a 3-2 or a 4-3 and bashing for some damage and restore. This was totally, you need to have a twin. If you get a chance to get one of these in draft, I would definitely take it. Relentless Pursuit, just was like, I got a few bounty hunters in here. Might need to capture some stuff. Slave Freighter, this in the mirror against the other upgrade deck is nuts because you get to untap stuff, be able to bash back in. Really good. Hut's Henchman, just a good shielded 3-4 with Gar. He ends up coming out as a 4-4 shielded, able to basically trade with anything or get in there. Rickety Quad Jumper. This I got 2 of these. This was actually a machine in the deck because it would turn on the experience counters. Gar's ability, just being able to just put a +1/+1 on anything I need. Rickety Quad Jumpers in this deck was awesome. Fen Rao, he is a beast in this deck. That -2/-2, totally straight up removal for some of the weaker stuff in draft. Fen Rao, I love this. I wish I would have had a second one of him in this. I got 2 Brutal Traditions, just a good upgrade to turn on Gar. With Gar, this ends up being pay 2, give it +2/+2, and being able to play this from the graveyard. Chef's kiss. Moisture Farmer. I know, a 1-drop 0-4 with Restore 2. With the Rickety Quad Jumper, I was definitely getting this thing up to like a 2-6 Restore. Just really good. Wish I would have had a second one. Hawk 2, 90 Freighter, just a beater in space. Good butt to be able to survive a lot of the aggressive matches in the air, take some damage, and still be around. You know, putting +1/+1 counters on from the Rickety Freighter or upgrades. Yeah, it ends up being remove something in space or just keep bashing in the face. This is basically what made me go into blue, because I basically picked, like, in the first pack, I got my handed 2 Rivals Downfalls, and I was like, solid. I'm gonna be blue. Just really good. My opponents just hated the fact that I always seemed to have this because I had 2 in the deck. Clutch, Don't ever pass these. Always take them. I would even pay 8 mana, well, 8 resources to be able to play this card if I'm not in blue. And Nima Outpost Constables. Wish I would have had a second one of these because it's just a 2/6 Sentinel. Totally muddies up the ground. If you're able to put some a shield, counters, any sort of like upgrade on this, even if your opponent puts a bounty on it, being able to turn it into a 3/6 with Gar is great. Valiant Pursuit Craft, just having a big Sentinel in the air to speed bump your opponents. The fact that it's got Smuggle, draft staple. Forlorn, like I said, I hate drafting a rare. I would have had 2 of these. If I would have had 2 of these, the deck would have been so much better because it's that 4/4 ambush. I didn't even see a Zuckuss at the table, so it's kind of a wah, wah, wah. But still, a 4/4 ambush for 4. Really good. Privateer, sick. Coming in with this deck, a lot of yellow units, so being able to drop it in, putting a shield token on it, give it a +1/+0 from Gar, being able to play not playing it on turn 2, playing it later in the game, and I'll probably drop on like 2-drop, 3-drop, and a 2-drop, getting this, put a upgrade on a unit, then drop this, being able to have this be shielded, have it be able to deal 3 damage. Awesome. And of course, Lady Fen, if you're playing yellow, you need to have her. I had her be able to come out, ambush out, deal 5 damage to a target, completely wipe it off the board. She took no damage. She is a bomb in this format, and I will if I'm in yellow, I am taking her. And my last card in the deck was a Rich Reward. Being able to getting this bounty off is awesome with this deck because not only are you pumping 2 of your units, you're also, you're not just giving +1/+1, you're giving +2/+1 because of Gar. So that was awesome. Yeah, it's the whole thing of I need to stop drafting like I am a 10-year-old. I need to stop just taking the rares. I need to really focus and go, well, is this... Because I've got, especially now after this draft, I think I have a playset of every rare in the game. So I don't need any more rares. I need the rares that I need to win, which is one of the reasons why I designed my cube a long time ago for Magic. My first cube I ever built had no rares in it to teach me to disregard the rares, focus on what the deck I'm building is. And I think that's a lesson that I need to learn right now, because right now I'm all like, yeah, I'll just rare draft and I'll make my money back from the draft. And I'm like, yeah, but you're going 1 and 2. And prizes only pay out to the top 3 slots. So I just needed to admit to y'all, it's like I got caught up in it. I got the whole, ooh, a rare. Looking at it, I really only should have hate drafted the tech, because any of those other cards probably weren't going to make it into somebody else's deck, or if they did show up, they're going to be one-ofs. I'm not going to be too worried about them. Should have just hate drafted the tech, because that thing is nuts. Like, even in my deck, it would have been nuts if I would have been able to slap tech out, paying an extra 2 for him. Shoot, maybe I should have just played tech in my deck. I probably should have played tech in my deck. Yeah, I probably should have, but I really went overboard on the amount of rares that I took. And that's the thing. The way to level up as a drafter is to basically learn when to take the rare, when to just let it go. If it's a keep draft and it's a $50 legendary, you take the rare, because that made up your whole... If it's a $15 or more rare, I think that's when you're like, okay, I take the rare. Because even if you take the L for the night, you still ended up walking away with money. Probably I haven't priced these out to find out if I walked away with cash. I feel like I walked away with cash, but the one legendary that I actually took actually made it into the deck, And there's a lot of times where it's like I could have not taken this rare, and I could have taken something that actually would have played better in my deck. I'm willing to admit the client would have been so much better for my deck, being able to heal. Like, I needed some healing in this deck, because every time that I lost a game is when I didn't have any restore, and whenever I did have some restore with buffs, that's when I was in the driver's seat with this deck. So next time I draft Gar, I am definitely going to prioritize the client as well as the removal cards, and just kind of like, just let the rares pass by. Just let them pass. I don't need them. And you don't need them. Unless you need them for your deck. Unless the card slots right in and you're like, yes, this is a bomb. This fits my deck perfectly. Then you take the rare. So, hopefully you've learned something from my failure. I've learned something from my mistakes. I'm a failure. It's a mistake. I've misplayed. And learning from our misplays is what getting better as a gamer is completely about. It's not about learning from your successes. Because if you just only learn from your successes, you're only learning to trust your luck. You gotta fail, you gotta make misplays, you gotta have setbacks to learn from, to really improve, to really gain the experience points. Because only in life do you gain experience from overcoming something that's a challenge. So I'm challenging myself the next time I draft, which hopefully we will have one more draft. Hopefully we'll get some more boxes in. We'll have another draft. And I will have learned to let the rares go. To not come home with 8 rares from a draft. And a 1 in X record on the night. So that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. And peace. And may the force be with you.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.